back out in the garage. We're doing a photo shoot here. Oh, I need Chris to help me organize this mess, but we are gonna keep some of this mess in the shot. Today, we're shooting an editorial style marketing image for our home renovation series, which launched on this channel last month or the month before. Link up here if you want to check out the first part. But in today's video, we're going to be shooting the photo that's going to be on our website, our YouTube header, a thumbnail for our video, Instagram, Twitter, and anywhere else we're going to be advertising this series. Before we start shooting, we actually have to clean this up. And I'll explain the kind of idea and the story behind the shot as we go.
This garage is a disaster. It's just like project, layer on top of project, layer on top of project, layer on top of project, and just like the cumulative mess and disorganization and chaos, which makes a great backdrop for our photo shoot. The shot is going to be made up of sort of two different layers. There's gonna be the background layer, which is gonna be literally this organic mess. In front of that, we're gonna have a backdrop set up where there's gonna be more of a curated mess, something that's a little bit more polished, but made to look sort of in disarray, but something you'd see like on a sort of actual photo shoot set. And the whole purpose of that is to take the theme of this whole renovation series, which is showing the realities of how messy DIY renovations are. You know, you watch TV shows and everything's like, oh, we did this, then we did this, and there's no problems. And oh, here's the final product, and everything went perfectly as planned, and there's no mess, and all got done in like 2 weeks. We kind of want to show with this series the realities of home renovation, how messy it is, the things that do go wrong, and how long it takes. So the whole background here is our real mess. We're gonna light that with really harsh direct lights to kind of really accentuate the chaos. And then in front of that, it's going to be the more polished set. Having that stark contrast is almost like a thematic representation of what our series is trying to accomplish.
The shot is basically a juxtaposition of Instagram versus reality, what you're seeing on camera versus the things that are actually happening beyond the camera. We want this photo to kind of tell a story. What you see on Instagram, what you see on TV is not realistic, and what is shown behind the camera, in this case beyond the backdrop, is kind of reality. So we're gonna light this with flash, eh?
We're probably gonna have to be sort of mid-garage.
I think it's actually gonna have to be back a little further, or else we're gonna be just completely blocking all of the wood and stuff.
You can capitalize on your perspective the further back you get and then zoom in. You'll see more of the background, whereas if you get close with a wider lens, your backdrop is gonna block more things just because of your perspective.
The challenging thing about this shot is we want to get it in one shot. It's going to have to be used super wide on the YouTube header, probably like a 16:9 format for the website and for the thumbnail. But then we have the vertical format for Instagram, and that vertical format should, you know, we don't want to crop out what's behind because that's part of the story, right? So we want to make sure we're shooting wide enough that when we crop that center part in, we're still seeing a bit of the background. I mean, theoretically, we could shoot two photos, a vertical and a horizontal, but the aspect ratio of the layout is going to dictate the photo, and we want to kind of have one shot that we're going to edit like the shit out of. So we'd like that shot to be able to, multifunctional, I guess we'll say, that could be shot, you know, cropped any way we want. The biggest problem for us is the YouTube header is so long and wide. We talked about this in the shooting the YouTube header video. We actually had to shoot even wider than we normally would to make sure we have all of that real estate with us kind of being small in the center, which kind of lends itself well to having one shot that's going to be vertical and horizontal. In a situation like this, we are using resolution to our advantage because this one shot has to function in so many different ways. We're going to shoot this on the A7R4, which is like 60 something megapixels.
Whoa, 61 megapixels.
So we have the resolution to shoot wide, crop in, and we're not going to lose a lot of quality when we do that.
Laying out the set, like the elements, and how the natural composition is created makes a big difference, because that's going to dictate your framing.
It's an editorial shot, which means that the photo is going to tell a story, it's going to advertise a series, and it's going to go along with a written article. All right, let's bring out the backdrop and get this shit set up.
Flashes allow us to really minimize the contribution of ambient light, put our shutter speed at the sync speed of our flashes, i.e. the fastest shutter speed we can get and still catch the flash, and then have our flashes on full power.
Spezzatura. It's my new favorite word. We're using dirt and clutter to block dirt and clutter. All right, we're setting up some light stands that are gonna be behind the backdrop. Shot's gonna be much wider than this. We're gonna pull all the way back because we want floor to ceiling, basically.
We'll trust a gaff tape.
Could have just photoshopped it out.
It's always easier to do it in production rather than post-production.
Get it right in camera.
Yeah.
Go ahead and grab a little bit of this, and I've never done this before. Usually you're like, take your shoes off. We don't want it to be messy on the backdrop. We'll cut this off afterwards. We're using flash to light this shot today. If you like using flash for photography, it's fun. So Alien Bees, Policy Buff Alien Bees, we got two B800s and one B1600. The 1600 is brighter, more powerful than the 800, so the 1600 will be our key light. And we've got our plethora of sinks. The reason why I bought the A7R4 is because it has a sync port. The other cameras do not have a sync port. Once again, A7R4 strikes again. We need the shot to be super wide, but we want a dramatic light, which means the softbox has to be close to us, which puts the softbox directly in the shot. So let me show you. This is the shot. We need to show what's behind this. This is in the way. And I think actually this light is gonna need to come in further for the actual shot. So once we're done, remove this light, this softbox, take a blank frame with just the rest of the stuff, and then comp in the background.
We should grid this then so we don't have a big hot spot bleeding onto the floor here and around.
Grid will basically focus the light in a little more on the subject. So we're gonna bring the light close to us and then grid it so there's less fall off. The light is gonna be focused on us, and the light is also gonna be softer because it's big and close to us.
I think 1250 is the max sync speed. So try 1250.
This light's too hot.
What's your base level of ambient light right now?
There's no ambient light.
Like if you took a blank frame without the flash, is there anything?
No.
So that means that there's no ambient light contributing to the scene, it's only flashes. We set up our fog machine, which we got on sale at Target for Halloween out of season. And it's got this
Skeleton's
cute
farting.
little skeleton, and he farts.
Playing, big fart.
Oh yeah, hit me again.
We're just about ready to start shooting. So we have to shoot our main shot. Then we'll have to shoot a blank frame without this light here. So we have the fog machine there to haze out the shot a little bit. We're gonna need a new battery. There's a new one in the charger. So the styling of the shot, it's the juxtaposition between Instagram versus reality, what you see in front of the camera versus the mess behind the camera. And because it's for a Home Reno series, we wanted to make sure that that was obvious through the clothes that we're wearing. So we have chosen gray, black, and tan for the color scheme. What I'm wearing, what Chris is wearing coordinates, and then we'll end up in a nice looking result in terms of color for the image when we start color grading or processing the photo. Overwhelm, but excitement. That's the motivation. Fuck, it's cold. Goggles! Your signature goggles! Can you turn the smoke machine off? Hang on, I got snot dripping, literally dripping.
Yes, that's to be known.
Yeah, I do have snot.
All right, let's check those.
Don't move the camera. You need to get one without that flash.
Yes.
Oh,
Yes.
Yes!
Actually, if we're smart, I'd move the flash back to get the blank frame so it's somewhat natural.
Yeah, that's probably not a bad idea. Yeah, get it back, get it back, get it back there. I don't know. Find out.
Oh, wow, it's definitely less dramatic. We'll shoot a couple, and then we'll be able to show on the video the difference.
Okay. Okay, we'll do some laughing. Oh! Like that? Oh! Oh, Jesus Christ. I think we got a couple of shots. I like the shot with the light really close to us. We shot a couple with the light far away, and actually the light far away is kind of neat. So we actually ended up going with the last setup where the light was out of the shot. You can see the difference in the contrast between when the light was closer and then when the light was further away. But we actually preferred the pose in the shot with the light further away, so we just edited it to match what we were looking for. So we really like shooting these editorial style shots because it kind of harkens back to my days in marketing, and I just kind of like the idea of shooting a custom shot for these big projects we're working on. The one image ended up working out for all of the scenarios that we wanted. When we're doing these kind of marketing editorial style shots, I'm thinking about what is the story we're trying to tell, what is the purpose of the shot, and then do I need any text added to the image? And most of the time that answer to that is yes, so I'll leave space for text. A little bit of room on the side or a little bit of room on the top. I hope you guys enjoyed this video, and I hope it gave you a little insight into kind of our thought process when it comes to, you know, making these large projects and then developing some of the marketing stuff to go with it. Hope you enjoyed the video. Thank you so much for watching, and we will see you on the next one. Wait, hang on, we're really blown out.
Here, watch this.
You're gonna love my notes.
Ready?
No, I'm not.
You gotta shoot down from the top. Okay.
Oh, I need to shoot down from the top?
Yeah, you gotta playing big fart. Playing big fart. Playing big fart. That was the fog remote. I was like, and I got pictures of my ass.